Are we live? Are we live? Oh my God. All right. We're doing this via Zoom. It's the first time I've ever used Zoom to actually broadcast myself, but here we are. Zooming away. How you doing? You know, I chose Zoom right now only because, you know, Zoom is one of my favorite mediums for doing video and doing meetings and stuff like that, or webinars. I use it all the time, but I've never used it to actually stream to YouTube. And I tried to get into YouTube Hangouts and the live streaming, and it just kept on spinning its wheels no matter what I did. So I said, hey, let's do Zoom. And I could actually get into YouTube through by going through Zoom, where I couldn't get into YouTube just by going through YouTube. Forget all this stuff. Bitcoin! It is a bust! Exactly what I said. The last time I spoke of this, I said that the last pump up was going to be the last pump up before we dump big. And we dump big. We dump very, very big. Yep. 1,000 points, probably in a single hour. Let me just put out my condolences for those that that really just missed the mark, that refused to believe. What you doing?
The only time I have to clean my tent.
Oh, okay. So you're going to get some live tent cleaning here too. That is all part of the package. Yeah, so let's do this. Let's check out where we are with Bitcoin. We'll take a look at let's take a look at Tensor charts, because Tensor charts really captures the veracity of this with their footprint charts. And so what I need to do is, all right, this is a little different. Need to go to the Zoom control. There it is. Bring this over here. And let's see, can I do yeah, I don't know if I can share a screen. Can I share a screen with the Zoom? I've never done this before, so, but I'm sure you're watching some of the Bitcoin charts. Let's see. Yeah, we're live on YouTube. Yeah, I don't see how to do it. Isn't that weird? Isn't that strange? View stream on YouTube. Sorry, this is I am talking to myself here, but at least I can see your chat. Come on. There's usually a streaming or a share link right inside the Zoom window, but we don't have that right now. Isn't that interesting? Just give me a second. If it's here, I'll find it. All right, let's read some of the comments. Ernie, congrats on being a broken clock twice, right, twice a day. No, not twice a day. I've called the shorts on this at least 30 times since the beginning of the year. At least. Right, every time except for once on April 12th, I believe it was. Still a pretty good record. Well, what would that put me in at? About 97%? 96%? Not bad. Whenever BTC is falling, you look like very happy. Whenever BTC goes up, you look very sad. I don't look sad. I don't give a shit which way it goes, to tell you the truth. I really don't. I've often said that Bitcoin is not for our time right yet. Not yet. Our society, our culture, business, people are not ready for cryptocurrencies. They simply are not. You have those few dweebs that are, but they are very minority, very small minority. Now, I've said that in past videos that we would hit around 5,500, and we hit it right on the spot. And I said that the next fall from there would be around 4,200 or so, and I expect that. I fully expect to go below 4,000, and I have an accumulation plan from 4,000 to 1,000. And I've often said that Wall Street is not going to invest one iota into Bitcoin or any other crypto unless Bitcoin gets down to that rate. There's simply no reason for them to take a 70 or 80 or 90% hit on their investment when they know that it's got to come down. And again, look back at my videos. I've said Bitcoin must die in order for it to live. It must die in order to survive. And that's because we need to clear out all the shit coins, all the fraud, etc. There may be a new Bitcoin, there may be an update, there may be something that takes over, but there's no way in hell crypto and decentralized or distributed currencies are going to work in this environment, period. The FBI is overloaded with cases. The SEC is doing their best to squash all the fraudulent activity. There's ultra negative sentiment. People are flooding away from Bitcoin. There is no new interest, no new money coming in. The only people in Bitcoin are those that are in Bitcoin. And they're leaving. So, whales, that's the story. You know it. You know it as well as I do. Bitcoin must die in order for crypto to survive. There's plenty of altcoins that are not even following downward movement like Link. Well, again, I don't give a shit. Altcoins must also die. All bullshit. 95%, maybe higher, bullshit, crap. Scams, fraud. Now, in my Discord group, people have been banking it. My cry every single day is short every rally, short every rally. And it pays off well. Yep. We hit a low of, at least on BitMEX, of 54.51. I think on Coinbase we're at about 55.55 or so, something like that. I see it going much, much, much lower. Be prepared. If you are holding Bitcoin, be prepared for immense hurt. We need blood in the streets before we invest in Bitcoin or any crypto. Blood in the streets, pouring out of your eyes, your ears, impaled, guts flowing into the gutter. That's what we need. And J.R. Browse is also saying that I was right on the marijuana stocks. Here's another call I made. I said October 17th, marijuana stocks would take a big dive. They would go well below 30 on the MJ ETF. And so if we look at that, unfortunately, I can't share this screen. That's a real problem. I'm sure you can. I just haven't figured out how to do it yet. Yeah. Just have not figured this out yet. So yes, MJ is below $30 right now. And that's because the marijuana stocks, what the call was that after Canada would enact their recreational use of marijuana countrywide on the 17th, I said that the MJ stocks would drop huge, and they have. They have dropped from a high of 44, and they've come down as low as 28.66. Not bad. So that's 28.66. Wow. $16 on 44, 20 and 4. Wow. About 40% drop. Huge, huge. And that's because all the marijuana stocks are grossly overvalued. The price per gram of weed keeps on coming down. You can go to wholesalers out on the West Coast and pick up a pound for under $1,000. And just last year, they were in the $2,000 to $2,500 range. Who is the woman behind? That's my daughter. All right, reading some comments here. The market needs to wash out to get total capitulation before it can go up. Nathan, that's what I've been saying all along. That's my Bitcoin must die before crypto can live. Ernie is the Peter Schiff of crypto. I'm not a perma bear. A perma bear is someone who's psychotic, that has no other switch but down. When crypto becomes viable, when marijuana stocks become viable, I am going to be an incredible buyer. Nathan says, Bitcoin 1K never. Never say never. I can almost guarantee that it's going to hit 1K. I say almost because, you know, there are really no guarantees in life. Don't follow these bottom pickers. The boat will leave you before you know it. Bitcoin will never see 1K. There's another one, Mr. Trad. See, all these deniers out there, they also said that it would never go below 6. That's what they said. They were counting on by the end of this month or the end of last month that it would go up to 10K again. They think by the end of this year, it's going to break 20K. You're living in a dream world. Look at the fundamentals. Fundamentals matter. Asdirt says, how can they die with Bitcoin if they are having their own blue sky breakout? What are you talking about? Who's having a blue sky breakout? I'm not sure I understand that. I agree Bitcoin will never hit 1K, and if by some miracle, if it did, it would only do so for about a millisecond before we back up the trucks. Again, you know, another hopeful. Hope is not a strategy, Nathan. Hope is never a strategy. Hope is for losers. Yep, that's where I put Obama, the biggest loser of all, the biggest hopester. Crude oil is tanking. Yep. Why is crude oil tanking? Crude oil is tanking because our president has decided that oil, and rightfully so, is in fact a de facto tax. And so he's decided to pump up our strategic reserves and flood the market with oil until price had no choice but to come down. And I don't think we've seen anything near the bottom yet. A lot of people are talking about, well, you know, the price of pulling shale out of the ground, it's exceeding, you know, it's coming down below that. They can't sustain. It's not true. Not true at all. Do not listen to those people. They know not what they say. Oil's coming down much higher. I see oil at 45 maybe. Right now, today, I think it was below 55. It got a little bit of a bump today. Kind of a dead cat bounce. Joe B says, I am in Bitcoin right now at 5,800. It will come back for a 200 to 400 point pop. Good. If you can get 2 to 400 points, good on you. But I don't see that as being very fruitful. I like the long term. George Marla says, Ernie, you're not a perma bear, but a realistic bear. That's correct. I am bearish when it's bearish, and I'm bullish when it's bullish. I use logic, reason, fundamental analysis. That's it. What did you do to Bitcoin, Ernie? Made a killing. Watch it die. Let's see. 1.11. Everything is tanking. Are the markets tanking too? No, markets aren't tanking. Markets are doing okay. Got a nice position in markets. So you don't know what is a blue sky breakout. Basics of trading, Ernie, basics. Well, okay, so maybe it's basics to you, but I've been doing technical analysis probably for longer than you've been alive. And just because I don't understand your stupid lingo doesn't mean I don't know technical analysis. How about gold? Stay under 1,200. Yeah, I think gold is going to see a pop. Ernie, the reason why we can say Bitcoin will not go to 1K is because of the fundamentals. No, what fundamentals? There are no fundamentals for Bitcoin. All the fundamentals point to it going well below 1,000, but I'm giving it my own bit of hope. I think, a lot of people will just get spooked by the 1,000 number and just do anything. Whales probably do anything they can to keep it above that. What do you mean by crypto becoming viable? I mean, finding a viable business model in the real world, in the enterprise. It will take a lot more than just saying, hey, we have a public network, let's start using crypto and decentralized businesses. Businesses have not yet figured out how they're going to monetize that, how they're going to control it, how they're going to sustain the resources they need in order to enter that market. They have no idea. It's going to take a long time for that to work out. Bitcoin, in of itself, being the largest crypto out there and the most prominent, has a problem. A lot of people think that it's decentralized, but it's not. It is, in fact, a centralized governance system, circling around the developers and the miners and the whales. Until it has... What's that?
I really need a vacuum, and I have a friend coming at 1:30.
Oh, yeah, I'll be done soon. Yeah, I just have to get all this off my chest.
Can you be done in 5 minutes?
In 5 minutes? I'll do that for you, okay? They say your daughter needs to stop distracting the background. Ernie, what do you think about international ETFs right now? I have no thought about international ETFs. I'm not following them. Fundamentals of a Ponzi. Yeah, I know it does seem like a dichotomy. Why not $20 Bitcoin? Why not? I have no problem with that. It's not going to be worth anything unless somebody thinks it's going to be worth something. You can just throw some bearish number out of your hat and be controversial. That's how you're trying to get more viewers. Asdirt, I used to, kind of like your comments, but now I think that you're being a blowhard, kind of a dick. Maximus, is your daughter just now smoking some dope or what? I think that's, what is that? That's your vape, right?
It's CBD.
Oh, it's CBD? Yeah, she's smoking some CBD off of the Mighty, one of the best flower vaporizers out there. But she's doing CBD-based weed. Luke says, supply chains, companies, farm to consumer. This is what I'm passionate about. That's great, but they still have not figured out how to use it and how to make it profitable. Where's the ROI? Where's the return? It's not there. Thanks, Scruff. Great call, he says. 2 pizzas equals 10K Bitcoin. That's fair value. So let's price Bitcoin in pizzas. Ernie, do you follow QAnon? I'm not into the conspiracy type of thing. And QAnon, I think, has shown some great disparity from the time they first started to now. I think that there are different people actually behind QAnon. So I'm not really into that. That's as much as I want to say. Right. Scruff says, let me know when the US dollar is priced in Bitcoin. That won't happen. Don't be bullied, Ernie. Your live stream will take as long as it takes. You hear that, Rach?
No, hurry up now.
No, she's not pissed off that I'm bashing Bitcoin. She could give a shit about Bitcoin. Has zero interest in Bitcoin. Buy MJ now? No, I think we can see it going down below 25. MJ is the ETF for the marijuana stocks, the 30 biggest marijuana stocks, of which virtually all of them are in Canada. So MJ stands for the Alternative Harvest ETF. Currently at about $29. I think it's going to go much lower. Yeah, I see $24 on MJ. And even there, maybe even a little bit lower, but I see some support there. Some companies are doing okay. Should we go short oil or oil futures? CL, asked Stav. That's a little presumptuous. We don't have any patterns on it. Wait for the service. Wait for the embodiment, the AI service, man. That's where it's at. And if you want to look, I've got some another video coming out later that's going to talk about the artificial intelligence service that we have that I call the embodiment, to show you November's performance. And then we're working out October's performance since we opened up the service, and it's spectacular. 80% win rate. Every trade will pay for, virtually every trade pays for about a year's worth of the service itself. It's $99 a month. Go to traderofutures.com, sign up now. Before the price goes up, because everybody that signs up now is going to maintain that level. But I can guarantee you, once there's demand, that price is going up. It's worth way more than $99, as I'm sure many of you have attested. I feel insulted that I have to write a message for $20 Bitcoin. Don't get that. Cool as all. All right. All right. Now, per request from the boss back there, I must shut down this this stream. And I think all I have to do is end this meeting. Yeah, stop live stream, view stream on YouTube, copy streaming link. That's what I'm going to do. Stopping it now. Look forward to the video that I'm going to produce tonight about the performance on our AI setups, the embodiment, the artificial intelligence system that pumps out setups for futures, Forex, and stocks. It's got about an 85% win rate. Not all of the setups actually get triggered, but of those that do, 85% win rate with an incredible return on capital. As a matter of fact, yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before, we hit home heating oil over $3,000 for one contract. $3,000 for one contract. That would pay for 3 years of the service. All right. Now I'm done. Thank you very much. And that was just one trade. We've got like, I don't know, 8 or 9 trades a week. One trade. See ya. Bitcoin, big bust. Bitcoin must die before it can survive. See y'all.